أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وأجل فرجهم. Today is 30th of July 2026 and it's Thursday. We're going to review the Wednesday price action and Wednesday trading day. Let's start from the daily chart. Should I start from the higher time frame or should I show you the trade, then then I do the explanation? So I took three trades. Wow. Three trades and two losses and one break even. Not a good day for me. It was a day where I was totally wrong. I was totally wrong with my bias. I was totally, as you can see, I was taking shots, and you can see how price went up. I was totally wrong. Okay. So let's me explain the reason behind my trade and what actually happened. What I understand, that what could be the mistake, what should I have should have been careful of, and what should I learn from this. So I was looking at charts. I completed my journal almost. Almost it's completed. What are loss? One loss on one account and one loss on the another account. Okay, the first was break even. So should I explain that start from the daily chart? We're going to okay. So we're going to review this candle. We went up. Okay, took this high. No. Sorry. So I highlighted this previous candle discount wick and this this wick as well, and this was the gap IFVG, and that's why I highlighted it. Okay, and these were two lows, which this was already been taken before, even before the session started, and I just highlighted it how price will use this, how will price use how price will react to it. And this was the low which was not taken. Okay, and there was this low as well, and I was bearish, totally bearish. Okay, I was bearish and I was looking for this price to touch this upper quarter, or at least touch this this weekly low upper quarter, which is highlighted as low quarter. It's my mistake. Oh, sorry, it's a weekly, so it's on the weekly chart. So this is the it was hitted. It was this low was taken, and then this upper quarter was touched, and then price expand to the opposite side, and I took the trade here because I was seeing price continuing going lower, because there was no clean higher time frame breakthrough upside. There was no for me, I was not seeing any higher time frame reversal scenario. There was one thing which I noticed, which could be the thing, which is the higher time frame liquidity was taken, and it has happened to me already, I think. Let me check it in the previous day. So what I can learn from this is, if I'm right, that if the higher time frame liquidity has been taken, be very careful. See how price is reacting. Don't You can see the previous day that how we went lower, took the daily low, touched the low quarter plus the low quarter of the weekly opening gap, and then we went higher. Okay, so higher time frame liquidity is a very strong thing which I can learn from this, which I can get from this. If it I if Because it really surprised me, really shocked me how price reversed, because there was no higher time frame break, or was any close was near that we can reverse to that. As you can see, we went higher, took this liquidity, and there was this block. We went higher, respected this beautifully, touched this, and then expanded to a downside, and it really happened as it should be. And then we went lower, touched here, and there was this break, there was this higher high, and the only there was no, it was very low probable that the thing which happened right now is very rare, and that the higher time frame break was to a downside. The one thing which could happen here was, if it was not bullish, which was a price start consolidating, like some 1-2 hour candle consolidate here, and then there was a break here, then price went to the upside. This could be more for me ideal scenario, but this, that direct liquidity taken, touch the low quarter, and then there's a reversal on higher time frame, went higher, now it's a break. Here it's a break, now it's a bullish break. On this side there's no sign, but only one sign. There was only one thing here beside anything other. There was only one thing, which was liquidity. A higher time frame liquidity was taken, plus the low quarter. I'm not considering this, I'm not going to talk about this low quarter. This is the main thing. The daily low, I don't know, my mouse is, why not? Okay, the daily low quarter was taken, oh sorry, low was taken, and it was on the time, it was on 10 a.m., it was in the macro time, and then price went higher. There was no sign of bullishness, or there was no break, neither on 1 hour, neither on, of course there was no break happening on 4 hour as well, because if it's not on 1 hour, why it would be on 4 hour? And as you can see, there was no sign of reversing even on 15-minute. This kind of structure is not a bullish structure. And even with that, even if I wanted to take a long here, if I want to see price going to the upside, this is a logical area. Okay, that's not a logical area for a break-in market structure trader. Okay, if I'm trading liquidity, which I can learn from this, that how, if what I observe is, if this was lower time frame low, this wouldn't happen. I don't think so. If this was a lower time frame, a 4 hour low, or anything 1 hour, I don't think so it would have happened. It's so rare, and it's because of a higher time frame liquidity. Okay, so what I can learn from this is, when a higher time frame is liquidity is taken, For example, a daily low, a weekly low, weekly low. I don't I'm setting this mess to our daily low because this happened to me two times and I have to be careful. It's not that there will be a reversal. I'm not buying that. It's not first time I'm trading. I know how price do. Okay, but still I'm learning. I'll be learning till my last breath in this. I know it's a very hard skill, and yeah, and that's why I'm journaling. So when there's a daily low, kind of a liquidity taken, higher time frame liquidity taken, I'll be careful. I'll be waiting. If it is a continuation, I will wait for a higher time frame. The price, for example, for not example, in this situation, liquidity taken, the next PDRA, the strong PDRA, this is the strong. I will wait for this to be used. If it's not get using, if not it's not been used, I'm not going to take a trade, and it can be a reversal because if there's a liquidity taken, a price has been respected this and not going to trade here. There's no model for me here on this area. Okay, the model for of mine is at least here, and this is the best if I was bullish, but I was bearish last night, and there was no trade for me at that time, and that's why I closed the chart. And the day was a new news Wednesday. Okay, I forgot to tell about it. Uh, I was got I was explaining this, and that's why we will get into it. I haven't yet explained the reason behind my trade. Why did I take that entry? What was the entry model? What happened? What was the first trade and second trade? Okay, so it's a it was not a good day for me by numerically uh in the pair what PNL way, but it was a good for day for me because I learned something. If it's right, it's going to help me in a long term. Okay, higher time frame liquidity has been taken. If it's taken, don't push for a continuation. Wait for a confirmation and be ready for a reversal. Be ready for hope for a reversal, because if it's a reversal, that's going to be a very powerful reversal. Okay, and still I don't think so it's this going to happen ideally. This going to be normally if even it's a higher time frame liquidity is been taken. Okay, it's a rare thing which happened. The way price react in higher time frame reversal, break on 4 hour, you can see how it see we went higher, took this liquidity, break. It's a proper break. Why wouldn't I be bearish at that time? How can I see that it's a bullish? But there is one thing which is liquidity, and see how one candle changed all the thing. I won't say 4 hour candle, but a 1 hour candle, 2 hour candle. So in 2 hours, see how things were changed. The structure of the market, liquidity taken plus the low quarter of upper quarter was respected, plus went higher, respected this upper quarter, and boom, this is a sign of bullishness. That now it makes sense why it went there, and I was not able to catch that last night because I'm at work, and even if I were on my laptop, maybe I wouldn't be able to catch that. Okay, now let's go into the 5 minute chart. Okay, let's get into only 1 minute. I explain almost everything. I'm just going to tell you what happened, how I trade, and what was the first trade and what was the result. So what was the live happening at that time. So 9:30 opening, I was waiting for 9th. I was totally bearish, went higher, took this. I was liking the price action. There was this uh, uh wick, daily wick, which was been respected, plus this weekly opening gap upper quarter, which I again highlighted as a low quarter. This should have been here. So anyways, I know that what when this happened. But although there's no one seeing the video, but I know it's upper quarter, but the person who's watching it, even me, after like a few years or something, I'll be confused why it's 0.7 on the upper side, and in this switch in this quarter it's on the lower side. I accidentally put this on the upper side. Okay, so what happened? 9:30 opening, I was ready for take a trade. Okay, I was just looking for a quarter being respected, a good break and a purple block, and see how what happened. Of 1 minute first present fair value gap, went higher, respecting it, and went higher, took this high, respect the low quarter plus the upper quarter of the weekly opening gap, and break. Okay, I didn't took the trade here. I was waiting for a propulsion block, and this was a propulsion block. I took the trade here, and I know, even I was very confident that we are going to go lower. Was I already highlighted the areas which uh were powerful, where if the market goes, I should be adjusting my stop loss, because price uh can respect that and can expand to the other side. In this situation, it's this it's the first is daily low liquidity, and then this is the upper quarter of the weekly, which I again accidentally uh, highlighted as low quarter. Okay, let me explain the what happened. So I was in the trade, price went down. The second it took this liquidity, the second it touched this upper quarter, I set the stop loss to the break even. Okay, because it was logical. Even if I am very confident, I shouldn't be, have to set the stop loss to the break even if there is a higher time frame liquidity is taken, or if it's a lower time frame. It's a if it's a it's a if it's if liquidity has been taken. Okay, if a recent low is been taken or high liquidity has been taken, I had to set the stop loss to the next logical area or to the break even. In this situation, I set the stop loss to the break even and price reversed. I was taking it as a retracement, and I took the trade again here. Not a good price structure, but I was seeing on the higher time frame. The video going to be longer in this way, but I need to explain that why did I take the trade with the not a good break, because I was seeing 15-minute break here, and there was this 5 minute, and price was respecting the 5 minute first present value gap, and then there was this 15-minute as well. Let me show you one thing. See, there was this break, touch the low quarter, and the upper quarter was my entry point. I wanted price to respect the upper quarter, and it did, and I took the trade. Even if went higher, touch the upper quarter plus the 5-minute slash 15-minute first present fair value gap, and went higher with this. I wanted to see a propulsion block. It didn't happen here, and this was, and then this was a propulsion block break, and I entered here on this low quarter and try to it was already taken, so went down, and then price respected it, went higher, took this high, and I again took the trade on the propulsion block. Because and see how it respected again the upper quarter, and there was this low which didn't take this low, so I took the trade again, and it hit the stop loss the very third candle, and then you can see what happened. Price was consolidating, and then it went higher. It was important area upper quarter of the weekly opening gap, and at that time it was more clear that this would go to upside, and I was at that time confused, and I already took the trades, two losses on two accounts, so that's why I didn't even look at charts, and I was not even ready for a bullish scenario. I was totally bearish, and at that time it was better to not take trade, and I was on phone, so I wouldn't be able to see all these things on that quickly. So see how price respected the 1 minute first present value gap, beautiful, and this is no propulsion block here, a jeep type of a weird type of, and even if I were here, I hope I would have waited for a propulsion block. If I had, this move was again would have been missed. This would be a trade, and then see how and price went upside. So this was the day. I'm closing it with the video. 2 hour loss, 1 hour on one account and 1 hour on the second. Okay, I think that's it for the day, and hope I learned from this. I will try to not make this mistake again, and I hope this was the reason why it happened, and yeah, I think it is the reason. So in the next video, I still have to I don't have much time, 40 minutes. I need to make the before journal of Thursday, and yeah, and I think there's one more thing. Yeah, I have to do something else as well. Okay, I think that's it for the day. The next video, Allah Hafiz.